Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of All Night Long with the Fox on Internet Radio Dentata, and now also broadcast on our own studio, nightmoveswiththefoxstudio.com. I'm, of course, your host, The Fox, and I'll be with you for about the next half an hour or so. We spent the last couple of years searching all over the world for what we consider to be talented, sexy women in any category you want to name or figure out. Any career, even mom next door. We've had a mom on here that didn't have any career at all. She just happened to be a good-looking woman, and it takes a lot to be a mother, hold down a household, and have kids and whatnot. It's not an easy job. So that's a talent all by itself. Also, about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago now, the Fox stumbled across a talented, what I would call a promoter. I don't know if he calls himself a promoter or not, but his name is Powder White. He goes by powderxxx.com, and I managed to get a really good, cool interview with Powder XXX. And since then, he has sent me multiple talented stars and has really helped grow my little studio and my show on Radio Dentata quite extensively. So first and foremost, I want to thank powderxxx.com for sending us Effie Daniels. Welcome to the show, Effie.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being available. Without you, I'd have no show, would I? Do you want to, first of all, we'll put in a little bit of a plug here for Powder XXX. Do you want to tell us on the show, all the listeners, what brought you and Powder XXX together and how you got into the porn industry?
Well, I met Powder about a year ago at a porn convention in LA. It's called AdultCon. I went there with Lynn LeMay. She's a really famous 80s porn star. She actually made the introduction. He's a really good guy. He promotes for a lot of girls. Pretty much anything you want to know about promoting yourself and how to do it, I mean, that's the man to go to. He's pretty cool. I got into the porn industry about a year ago, just a friend of a friend. They were like, you can make money, fucking, which is everybody's going to do anyway, so I enjoy it.
Now, you've been in it for just about a year or just over a year. The famous story, I hear it a lot. I'm not denying it at all. I get curious by it. It's very interesting. A friend of a friend. You obviously, like everybody else, you knew all about porn before you ever got into it. What was the final door opener that made you go, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot? Was it somebody, did you send some photo shoots in, or do you have to go for a screen test or whatever, and you're going, wow, this is going to be it. I'm finally going to get into porn. I've always dreamt of this. I'm going to be one of the porn stars.
Well, I never really dreamt of it, per se. I definitely, at a young age, I've always been, shapy. I've always been, voluptuous. So I've definitely been approached by it a lot. And I never thought about it until I came to LA. I was going to school, getting some things done, and school kind of fell apart because I was alone and all that. So I don't know. I was comfortable from the very start. I'd been in the swinger lifestyle for a few months before, and then, porn just kind of came up, and I went and saw Kayla Cleavage, which was one of the first porn stars to get the breast implants.
Yep.
I met her, and I just kind of talked to a few porn stars, and I was like, hey, I could do that,
Now, when you were approached before about entering, you just didn't think anything of it and you just turned it down, not even thinking about it? Or were you a little bit shy about doing it? Or what would have been the problem back then?
Well, I was too young.
Was that the only reason, though?
I'm sorry?
Was that the only reason, though? Or were you actually interested but knew that you were just too young?
No, I wasn't even ever interested. I just kind of like blew it off. I was like, no. I mean, I had no need for it, you know. And then
Now,
when I got older,
now that you got into it, and like possibly, probably the suggestion or the idea of somebody saying you can make good money at it, is that reality? Are you able to make good money at it?
definitely nowadays there has been a stop because companies haven't been shooting as much. But in anything, I mean, the economy has affected it, you know, greatly. But once I get a website started, or if you get like a monthly revenue from a website, that's where it is. It's
Now,
all on the internet.
along with the economy, I've talked to a few people, both film company personnel, as well as people shooting, as well as other porn stars, both male and female, and I'll get your perspective on it now. Do you think that also, I mean, even though I've got a website, I'm not a porn star, mind you, but I've got a website and you're going to have a website and the revenue from that and whatnot, do you think that also the internet caused a lot of the downturn in the adult entertainment industry?
The free porn on the internet,
Yeah.
definitely has killed a big part of the industry. 'Cause, I mean, Sophie D, all that you can find somewhere online and free because there's so much content out there.
Now, if
So, I mean,
let's say, for example, and I didn't even think of this question beforehand. I should have warned you about this, but it just came into my mind now. I'm really famous for doing this stuff. If you were given the opportunity and you literally had the power to do it, in order for people to do stuff properly, Effie Daniels' website, another star's website, 6 or 7 or 8 or 100 of them, to be able to get your monthly revenue and whatnot, and the other companies and people that want to be able to have these sites that we see every day where you can get stuff for free that's hampering the industry, what would you do? What could be done to legislate to stop that but keep everybody still going and happy? Is there anything that can be done?
I just in my opinion, I don't think so because it's already out there. Like it's not, no one's going to be cordial and just take it off. You know, like take down all the free porn.
But do you think if something would have been said or suggested or made law years ago, do you think they would have just tried to, I guess you call it, skirt around it or sneak around some way and do it anyway? Is there anything that could have been done? Or do you think it was too big of an industry to stop? I'm just trying to pick some brains here and get some ideas.
I think it could be prevented. I don't know with what, you know. I mean, uploading anything without a proper 2257 or a model release is illegal. You will go to jail for it. But,
right. I mean, we read about that all the time, too.
Yeah.
I
don't know. With anything, it would be hard to prevent.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think now to try something would be beyond impossible. There is so much going on out there. We don't have enough manpower, I don't think, in the world to be able to make something be put into place to stop it. It's just it's way too big.
Yeah.
What all types of films are you in, and like could you give us some names of some of the favorite stars that you've been able to work with?
I haven't. Well, okay. Well, I worked for Rodney Moore, which is he's really big in the fetish world with like foot fetish and like BBWs and stuff like that. But he has a big natural boob fetish too. And I did Top Heavy Tarts number 16 for him. That was my first video, and he also put me on the box cover and on the DVD. So
wow.
Big thanks to him for my first one. That was pretty great. I was happy about that. But yeah, he's a really good guy. He's cool.
Now go ahead.
I've worked with Casey Starr.
Right.
And really good friends with Lynn LeMay. I Let's see.
You got some memories built up already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Would you, if another girl walked up to you today or tomorrow, and she was of age or maybe even a year or two young, and she wanted to follow in your footsteps, exactly how you did it, what would your response be to her?
If you really enjoy it as much as I do, because I mean it's sex and to me. I mean, swinger lifestyle, porn, any webcamming. It's a different type of like release. You know what I mean? Like it's an endorphin release. If you really enjoy it, then yes, I would say if that's what you want to do.
Now, is there a lot out there, do you think? I know you've only been in it for a year now, but from your point of view, are there a lot of young stars coming up today that possibly jump into porn because of the money, or do you believe it's still there's a lot of passion out there?
Definitely, money is a big aspect of it. You're not going to do anything and put as much work into it. Because I mean, porn's work. Like it's very enjoyable too, but it is work. There's a big part of that. I mean,
Well, we all know money